Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen, and in this video I'm going to be recommending to you two non-fiction books that I think are pretty spectacular and that I haven't seen anybody on BookTube talk about yet. So yeah, let's get on with the non-fiction read. So the first book that I want to talk about is Europa, Life After Communism by Slavenka Drakulic. I'm pretty sure that I completely butchered that name and I'm very sorry. This is a collection of essays that was originally published in the 1990s and it's really fantastic. It's all about what it's like to live in a communist country and what it's like to finally be free of it and live outside of it. This is a collection that features essays on teeth, on consumerism, on what it means to be a part of Europe, on the just emotional struggle that you feel when you live in a communist country. It talks about prisoners of war, it talks about education, and it's just a fantastic and really accessible collection of essays. I think that if you're somebody that is interested in communism, that is interested in political regimes, then you should definitely pick this up, because what the author does is that it brings it to a very human level. It's not abstract. I am somebody that comes from a communist country. I was born in one. My parents were born in one. They were raised there. So I really know firsthand the struggle that you feel when you live under that regime. And I was really surprised by how similar the life is, regardless of where you're situated in the world. So coming from somebody that has had experience with communism in the past, because unfortunately I was born under that regime, I can very much say that this is a fantastic read, and it's really going to show you how difficult it is, not just because you have obviously monetary problems, because you don't have enough money to feed your family, to live a good, comfortable life, but just what it does to your psyche, you know, to live in a place that you don't have opportunities, that you can't thrive, and that you are really limited to just be the best that you can be. So yeah, this is absolutely fantastic and I cannot recommend it enough. The other nonfiction book that I want to recommend is Poorly Made in China by Paul Midler. Paul Midler has had a 20-plus career in the manufacturing world, and this book is all about the manufacturing world of China, specifically South China. In here he talks about all of the tricks that Chinese manufacturers and Chinese factories do in order to cut corners, and I promise you that you will never buy anything from China again without thinking twice about it, especially shampoo. Obviously, there's a disclaimer that comes with this book. Every manufacturer in China does not behave in the way that Paul Midler talks about in this book. I'm sure that there are plenty of manufacturers that do their job, that are fantastic and really professional, but those are just not the ones that Paul Midler focuses on in here. And it's just a fantastic book. I'm not somebody that would be really inclined to pick this up if I saw this at the library, but my professor a couple of semesters ago recommended it to us and we had to read it, and I just really loved it. There are parts in here that are hilarious, but also hilarious in the sense that you can't believe that that is actually happening, but that if you were in that situation you would be frustrated out of your mind. There's a bit in here where Paul Midler goes into a hotel and the toilet isn't working, so he goes to talk to the manager, and then the manager somehow ends up trying to manipulate him into paying for the toilet, because apparently the reason why the toilet is not working is Paul Midler's fault. And it's just hilarious, but at the same time crazy that a manager of a hotel would do this to a customer and to a client. And yeah, it's just a really fantastic book. Again, really accessible, and I think that it's a book for everybody because we all buy stuff from China all the time. I live in the United States and most of the stuff here is made in China, but the problem is that it's poorly made in China. Paul Midler also coins a term called quality fade, which is really interesting, and it's about how when Western companies go to China and they start working with factories over there, at the beginning everything is great, everything is fine, the quality is top notch, And then the longer that you work with that company, the more and more that the quality will fade. I promise you, you will not look at a shampoo bottle the same way again. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Bye.